Ladies and gentlemen, today is October 6th and I am Jung Lo, the owner of a Dragon House. Right next to me, I have a rising star,
Haider Emil.
Haider Emil. He will be making his professional debut on our upcoming event, Dragon House 27, November 18 at the heart of San Francisco, Kezar Pavilion. Now, Haider, good to have you on board on our upcoming big stack card for the Dragon House 27. Let's introduce yourself to all the MMA fight fans out there in the Bay, who you are, where you coming from, where you growing up, and what got you into martial art, the whole 9 yards.
Sure. Well, I'm originally from this island in the Philippines called Cebu, except my mom's Filipino, my dad's Indian and Turkish, and so when I came here to San Rafael and I grew up, I started doing martial arts as a means of self-defense against all my bullies, I guess, you know?
Right.
And then all my friends got me into wrestling and other sports like football, and it was a natural progression to do MMA. And I started off, had my first actual smoker when I was in high school, and then I fell out of the MMA sport for a long time, and I found myself back at El Nino Training Center over with Gilbert Melendez, and that's when it took over again.
Now, you only have 2 or 3 amateur fights, right? What made you want to take that switch to make a pro debut? That's a big jump because amateur, the time is a lot shorter. People have to wear a shin guard. Now, a pro is a 3-5 minute round. A lot of use elbows and knees. So tell us about your thought. What made you want to make that change and switch from amateur to pro?
Well, after I believe 6 or 7 amateur camps training for these fights, all these events getting canceled, it's really pushed me to just make my pro debut. So the guy really shows up, and that I can actually get a fight over here, you know.
Plus, you get paid.
Plus, I get paid.
You can ask for more than that.
Exactly.
So, it tend to be, sometime in the pro circuit, fights do drop out sometimes, but the chance are much lower than the amateur. Sometimes amateurs, guys don't have much responsibility. They called out of the fight and then just like nothing. Last Saturday we have another big show at the URCC show. We have guys that commit to the fight. They show up to weigh in, and it was on the amateur portion. Pros, everybody shows up because that's how they get paid.
Exactly.
So now let's talk a little bit about your upcoming fight. You have a very game opponent. It's an MMA veteran from Sacramento area. I believe his name is Jerry Heckman. So now, what's your thought facing a guy who's have a lot more experience, been around the game for a long time? What's your thought of fighting a gamer like him?
You know what? He's a gamer, but I'm even more game. I come bring it every time I fight. Everyone knows this, and I've been training a long time. And it may not show it for my fights, but I'm a lot more well-versed than I come off to be, only just because I haven't had a big record.
Right.
However, fight coming my pro debut, I will get the chance to show what I'm capable of. So yeah.
Well, a lot of pro debut. You want to start out your pro record as 1-0 or 0-1. It's a big jump. So I'm very excited of watching people making a pro debut because they usually put everything they have on the line to do the best they can, to make that 1-0 and to start a flawless record. That's how we want to start the career. So now, on your training camp, what do you know about your opponent, Jerry Heckman? What do you know about him?
I actually don't know too much. I've seen a little bit of film from him. I know that he doesn't train at a very big gym. However, I know that he's a tough guy, and I know he will bring it. But in terms of my training, I train with some of the best guys in the world, so I'm almost ready for anyone. I just need.
And I noticed Jerry Heckman is probably one of the oldest guy in the whole fight card. I didn't realize he was almost 40 years old. He's 39 years old and gotta be one of the oldest fighter in the pro league in this upcoming fight card. So what's your thought of fighting a guy? It's probably mentally very doable because his age, he's been around for a long time. What's your strategy to break that?
Well, one, I never underestimate my opponent. I expect him to be the best Jerry Heckman and even more to come at me. And I'm well versed, and I'm just gonna exploit his weaknesses.
So from what you know about him, what can you tell me about him? Stand-up striker, grappler, what is he?
He's a fighter. He's like a street fighter brawler guy. I'm sure he's came a long way. I'm sure he's sharpened his skills. I expect that.
You're gonna stand up with him. You're gonna take him to the ground.
Well, you know what? When I'm there, I'll know what to do. I'll understand. I'll see how he moves. I'll see what he's trying to do, and I'll see how he's reacting to me. So, other than that, that's how I don't come in there with a plan. I come in there with that because I know very little about him, that I'm gonna just exploit his weaknesses.
Yeah, I think probably vice versa. Both you guys have a similar situation. You don't have a whole lot of fight on the film on YouTube. When I interview him, the same thing. He doesn't know much about you. He's like, I'm gonna go in there and throw, and I'm gonna go in there and bang. So for me as a matchmaker, I'm very excited because I can't really see this fight. I don't know you long enough. I don't know him at all, so I don't see this fight like how this gonna come out. So I'm very, very curiosity how this fight's gonna turn out. So ultimately, this will be the fight. It's a big mystery for people to watching. You have to witness yourself and see how this fight is gonna go down. So now you guys fighting in a featherweight, 145 pounds. So, and you're not very big 145ers. What do you walk around weight?
About 160, 156, something like that.
So you don't really cut much weight.
I don't cut much weight.
So sometimes I think it's actually advantage on that because I mean nowadays a lot of guys they assume to cut more weight and they get more advantage, but the reality is sometimes they cut so much weight when they hydrate overnight, they kind of slow down their cardio stamina and all that. I see guys that cut less weight, they actually have a better performance, So I think that might be actually favorable to you. So now if people want to get a hold of you to buy tickets to come watching you fight, how can people contact you?
Well, you can contact me. This is my phone number, 415-686-9338. Or you can follow me on Instagram at hurricane_415.
Hurricane_415.
Yes, sir.
Don't miss it out. Do you have a Facebook too?
I do have a Facebook. My name is Hyder Amil. It's HYDERAMIL.
And then do you have any sponsors you want to shout out to?
Right now, I don't have any sponsors. However, if you'd like to be my sponsor, whether you're a supplement or clothing company, I have plenty of space on my shorts and my shirt. Just give me a ring. Again, my phone number is 415-686-9338. Or my Instagram at hurricane_415.
Or any single ladies out there,
Or any ladies.
looking for a good personal trainer, a professional athlete. Here we go. You got the number, so just do a little thing right there. So now, anybody you want to special say thank you to, your teammate, your gym, or any people you work with, anyone that's been around you, support your whole fighting career, anyone you want to shout out to, say thank you to?
I want to say shout out to all the coaches at El Nino, my jiu-jitsu coaches, Moses Baca and Danny Marks, as well as Cody Orson and Josh Clopton. My Muay Thai coach, Daniel Kim, and also Jung Sanan for making me the Muay Thai machine that I am now. And my wrestling coach, Travis Lee, and also Gilbert Melendez for teaching us the secrets for the MMA success.
That's pretty awesome. Well, another local young stud making his way up from the bottom. So hopefully all the MMA fight fans out there come out, support the local fighters. He is representing San Francisco. He's one of the hometown breath right here. So I'm hoping all the fans will come out. This is a big stack card, probably 2 to 3 title fights on the card, 2 females fights, and then probably 12 pros and 8 amateurs. Big stack card, so anyone out there, don't miss it out. For more info about our fight card layout, check out DragonHouseMMA.com, and this event will be nationwide broadcast, live pay-per-view. So anyone can order pay-per-view voucher, get on DragonHouseMMA.com. Please subscribe our YouTube channel, give us a like on the Dragon House MMA fan page. Thank for all the love and support. Good to have a Hyder Amil making his pro debut. What do you have to say to your opponent if he's watching this interview?
Jerry Hickman, I know you're going to come prepared. I know you're going to come get me. But, I'm ready for you.
What's your prediction on the fight?
You're going to catch a hammering.
Finish? Submission?
It's going to be a finish.
All right. First round? Second round?
First round.
First round! All right, guys. Looking for firework? November 18th. Good to have you on board, brother.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Peace. Have a good weekend.
Take care, you guys.